All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall's body. And two, we're naturally alive, man. And hopefully let's go out there like be better than we were yesterday, man. Cause I'm gonna get into this, man. Cause shout out to the brother from Assembly of Firstborn, man. Because he was going into this last night's class on the video last night about not being complacent, man. And it's crazy because I'm rereading Tobit, and I was just like, this all goes into like, not being complacent, man. Like how shot at any moment, man. Like kind of like like how it says in the season, out of season, always like like it says, man. Like we're gonna go through the book and like gonna see that, man. Like cause yeah, man, we can't like even myself, especially like during the time of that stretch when I was working for the city, man, I kind of got like I was actually it's crazy. I was just talking about this with a brother because like now, like just trying to like just trying to find a balance of things now because Lord willing, I'm about to start another job, but but this might take away from it's always time. One, just make time. Honestly, for me, like just going through the word and things of that nature. But that's how. But more importantly, at the end of the day, it's more important that the word be in you, man. But just reading and meditating the word, it might take away from that a little bit. But now I'm a little situation I kind of need it, but that's neither here nor there. But it was a stretch at one point, man. It was just like when I was working for the city, man. I don't know, man. I was just like, that's why. Let's grab this in Sirach 5 and verse 7 real quick, man, because we gonna go into this, man. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. Make no turn to turn to the Lord. Put not off from day to day. For suddenly suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and thou in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed, and then perish in the day of vengeance, man. So like yeah, man, that's like and that's actually like how do not perish, like John 3 real quick, man. Let's go to John 3. How do we not perish, man? This is making that call on election sure. All this stuff ties in together, man. Like, daily. Take up your stake daily. Give us our daily bread. Not just natural, like food and things in nature. Clothes and resources, like, all that stuff. But bread meaning the word. And also, too, Jacob said the same thing. In Genesis, 30:28? Give me bread convenient for me. Like, not just only natural bread, but, spiritual bread, the word. Give that to, like, I need that daily, man. We need that daily, man. Not myself, like all pretty all of us do, man. Seriously, man. But Genesis chapter 3, verse 3 and 16. This is how we not perish. For Yahweh so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. So how to believe in Him? Believing on Him, as the scriptures say, and one, living according to the promises, and two, through the gospel testimony, the new covenant. Also too, living according to the promises, to faithfully having faith in the Most High Yahushua, and actually embodying the word, living it, and also too, obedience to His law, statutes, commandments, his instruction. So yeah, man. Well, we're gonna get into this, man, because I was reading Tobit, man. This goes into like how it says in season, out of season, man. No, let's just look at that real quick, man. Let's look at that real quick. 2 Timothy, No, yeah, let's look at this Tobit 2 and 8 real quick, man. Because this how Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, man. Because honestly, man, oh my gosh, where is it at? Oh my gosh, yeah, man. But as it says, man, I can't remember it. But like Paul says, remember, be ready in season, out season. That's just not going to, because a lot of times too, that's not going to natural seasons, like how it's like spring. Now it's going to how it just always had to be like, because listen, doesn't Proverbs say, listen, the righteous say the answer? Because listen, that goes into in season, out season. That goes into man, whatever time the word is brought forth, man. You gotta be ready, man. And also too, that's just living by it as well. So that's just is what it is, man. Because I remember this Hall of Fame legendary basketball player. I always think of that when I think of that scripture. I think about this. Legendary basketball player, Hall of Famer Clyde Drexler, man. He was on record saying in an interview, or he always carried his basketball in his trunk because he's ready anywhere, man. That's how we gotta be in the word, man. So like that's legendary like Clyde Drexler, man, from Portland Trail Blazers and the Houston Rockets, man. But like, yeah, man, that's what he said that one time, man. I think he said it in the interview. I read it online somewhere. He said, yeah, man, I always keep my basketball in the trunk because it can happen anywhere, anytime, any place, man. Seriously, man, like like Janet Jackson, anytime, any place, man. Like you gotta be ready for it. And in season, out season, it's not just like during the fall or during the winter or spring, summer. No, like seriously, like whenever it is. Because I remember that happened to me a few months ago at the mall, man. Like I was like, I was studying, like I was just kind of like and some people had asked me some questions. Like, oh, okay, cool, man. That scripture immediately popped in my mind. But your house shot was always like that though. But man, we gonna see that like let's get into it. But we're gonna see that too. Also too, how like Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, man, the gospel, like the testimony, man, because like the brother Akawar said, got really in the most on Yahushua's perspective. Because I was looking at this in Tobit, but I was like, damn, man, this is like Yahushua. Like let's read this, man, because listen, man, because we're gonna read this too, because Tobit was at the same time, and this is how great, and this is how like here's the thing too, right? Because I was gonna say about I'm glad I'm gonna go into this, man, because honestly, man, this is why it's important to like not have that like I'm of Paul, I'm of Apollo type of spirit. Because I know I ain't gonna mention their name, but I ran to some brothers like while like a few weeks ago, man, and they was kind of on that type of time, man. They was gonna like listen, they talking to me, listen, we one, I'm supposed to get to know you as a brother first, like oh no, man, nothing but the loving. But before I even ask you about your doctrine and going to word one, like being in sequel set and stay prop. Like shout out to brother sent me first one said, what's your life like, man? Who are you at the end of the day? Like seriously, like that doesn't mean like trying spirit by spirit, man. That doesn't mean you going to Perry Mason or Matlock or Inspector Gadget or like you're interrogating somebody. No, it can still be brotherly and love, but still like listen, still like try spirit by spirit, like the word says, and it is what it is. But they was kind of on that type of time, and like I'm not going to go into this is not even an attack on them. They was going to that type of time. Okay, if they're not with us, we're not affiliated with no other group, things of that nature. But I'm saying this all to say because notice how Tobit during the time of Tobit, right? Tobit was on the run from King Sennacherib, and that's the same. And it's crazy because like this is the Most High Yahushua. They gonna take care of all these servants, man. As long as he's living righteously, they gonna take care of them all. Because at the same time, Sennacherib was warring with Hezekiah, but the Most High Yahushua say Hezekiah and Tobit, man. So it's not like the Most High Yahushua is just with us and they not with them. No, man, that's evil, that's wicked, man. That's not of the Most High Yahushua, man. So like if you believe that, then hey, you're contrary to the word. You're contrary to the doctrine of the Most High Yahushua. Man, that is what it is. But that's what I want to say. But let's just go into the time of Tobit, man, because it's crazy. Because like I just read a story, it's saddening, man, because actually kind of where I'm from, man, in West Philly, I just read a story about a sister, like a woman, she killed a wife. She just shot her husband, and because I want us to get the picture, man. She shot her husband in the head, and he was a accepted worker, worked for the public transportation for years. I can't go into details because I don't know the situation, what happened, but she shot and killed her husband, and she left him in between the parked cars, and in plastic, man. I just read a story about that, but I'm saying this to say because this is what Tobit was doing. Imagine just put yourself like doing that, then that's a testament of the man who Tobit was. Because imagine a situation, something like that, what I just read. Because we know during Tobit's time, it was Syrians, they was strangling, our ancestors, our forefathers' death. They was killing them. It was dead bodies in the streets. But imagine something like that, what we just mentioned, right? And you just like it's a brother you don't even know, but you burying him, man. Like you're really taking his body and burying him. That's what Tobit was doing, and he was on the run from his government for that, man. But so that's really we're leading up to the context of why we're going into this, man. But let's get Tobit 2:8. But our people, man, they was like because our people kind of always had the spirit, man, like oh man, like especially with the other nations, oh man, you better stop before they say something to you, or like even during the time of slavery, man, like oh snap, you better stop before master see or he see. That happened a lot of times during slave revolts, man. So you had certain people that no, man, we listen, you either with us or you're not, man, but we not going to take this no more. So but it's and also too, but it's the same thing. I said I'm happy that because of course with other nations, of course, but I'm just going to use Esau as an example, so-called Esau, or so-called Caucasian, man. But because a lot of times too, that happened during the time of Herod, which we're about to get into. But even during the time like slavery, man, our people would say that, oh man, slavery master, he gonna get you. You better not do that. Better fall in line. But certain people, they wasn't going to stand for all that, man. And Tobit was the same way, and even Yahushua was the same way. Like, listen, I don't care. I'm gonna stand for the Most High in Yahushua, man. I'm gonna stand, but even in Yahushua's case, I'm gonna stand for my father. But yeah, all this is happening during Tobit's time, and Tobit's like, he didn't care, because listen, this is why I say it, because this Tobit chapter 2 and verse 7, it says, therefore I wept, and after going down of the sun, I went and made a grave and buried him. But my neighbors mocked me and said, this man is yet not afraid to be put to death for this matter, who fled away, yet lo, he buried the dead again. So exactly, man. So this was what Witchcom they was saying to Tobit, man. But Tobit's like, listen, man, he's going like, notice how he was burying the dead in this aspect, but Yahushua was bringing the dead to life, like when he's preaching the gospel, preaching the testimony, man. And that's what it is. Let's get this, because this same thing. That's why, like, we gotta read it from the Most High Yahushua's perspective, man. Because let's go to Luke 13 real quick, man. Because the Pharisees said the same thing to Yahushua, man. But Tobit didn't care, though, because he had that brotherly love. Man, one, he loved the Most High Yahushua. He had the brotherly love for his people, love for his brothers and sisters. He had love for his people, but as well. But let's get this Luke chapter 13 and verse 31. So see, even during Yahushua's time, they were saying about, like, Esau. Then, like, oh man, no, oh, he gonna catch you. Don't do that. Yahushua was not worried about that at all. Let's get Luke chapter 13 verse 31. It says, the same day there came out Pharisees, saying unto him, get thee hence and depart. For Herod will kill thee. This is for preaching the word. Remember what we said earlier about in season, out of season, man. He was not worried about that. But it says, Luke chapter, let's hear what Yahushua says. Luke chapter 13, verse 32. And he said unto him, go ye tell that fox, behold, I cast out devils, and I do cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected. Going into his resurrection. So see, notice how here Tobit was burying the dead, but Yahushua would, like, he was bringing the dead to life, man. Because Proverbs. Let's get Proverbs 21:16 real quick, man. Let's get there. Because you can be you can be naturally alive but still be dead. This is Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16. The man that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So yeah, and Yahushua is the way to understanding, man. So he's bringing the dead to life, man. That's what he did. He's doing it now. He did that then, man. And that's what the gospel and testimony, new covenant does, man. It brings spiritually dead to life, man. So. Because the Most High Yahushua is life, man. That's why he says enter into life, man. On this side and the next. So that's just is what it is. But let's get this too, because it says, and he said unto him, go ye tell that fox, behold, I cast out devils, and do cures today and tomorrow, and the third I shall be perfected. So yeah, Yahushua says, let's in season, out season. Because let's go Shirach 4 real quick, man. That's what Yahushua was pretty much saying to them, man. Luke chapter 4 verse Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 verse 28. He says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Exactly. So Yahushua, John at chapter 8, he was the truth. So he stood on his father and his principles. No, it is what it is. And also too, that goes into that Lamentations. Well, Yahushua called him a fox, because doesn't Lamentations said foxes compasses Jerusalem, man. So what's a fox, man? Very cunning, deceiver. That's man of God, deceit. That's why, it said that in Psalms, no man that worketh deceit will enter into my house. Or second Esdras, deceit shall be quenched. Or Psalms 32, blessed is the man that without deceit, no guile in him, man. Because and that's what it is too. And that's why even y'all that watch it's crazy. I was passing by a daycare the other day, walking on my way home. No, I was on my way to a little interview, and I seen Swiper from Dora the Explorer. But what was Swiper? A fox, man. That stole. Swiper no swiping. He's cunning deceiver. So is what it is. But that's why Yahushua called him a fox, because his lamentation says foxes compass Jerusalem, and It's crazy because I seen a video of actual Jerusalem, and there was like a little real, and there was a fox running about him, and they said prophecy fulfilled. I was like, yeah, probably so, but that's just kind of like and like on spiritual level, is going to like even Pharisee, somebody like the Pharisee, anybody that's working like that's why Jeremiah 48 says that cursed be the man that do the work of the Lord deceitfully. Man, that's a fox, deceiver, cunning, like but let's grab that. Yeah, here it goes. Lamentations chapter 5, verse 18. Because the mountain of Zion, which is desolate, the foxes walk upon it. So yeah, let's go back to Luke 13. That's why Yahushua called him a fox, man. Because we know Esau, because Harah was of Edom. Edom, they're very known for being, even to this day, very cunning and deceitful. That's what any nation as well. That's not just a nationality thing. That's an inward man thing. That's a hearts of men thing. So I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they're just like that. During, pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters lifetime, we know that Esau, that's how they do. So, but let's get this let's get Luke chapter 13 verse 32, because that's why he says it calls him a fox. And he said unto him, Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils, I cure today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected, man. So yeah, that's just is what it is. Let me turn this on. Well, yeah, man. So yeah. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. So also, let's go. Yeah. So that's it. Now let's go back to what's called. Let's drop the first 10 with Tobit chapter 2 and 10, man. Cause this all goes into in season, out season, man. Like how Yahushua, like same thing. How the people said, about Tobit, man. You're not afraid, what you gonna do? King Sennacherib is gonna kill you for what you're doing, for burying the dead. Same thing now with that's kind of going to Isaiah 8 and 20, to the law and testimony. Like during that time, because that was part of the law, to bury how you bury, your brother, sister, burying your kinsmen, burying your folks, burying your people, how you bury them, and also too, but to the testimony now, Yahushua's taking the he was preaching gospel, make people alive, Cannabis had on Ella Cool J 4321, he had a line in there. He said being niggas to death and being dead niggas to life, man. That's kind of I'm thinking about that now. It's probably not applicable, but I'm just thinking about it. That's how it is, man. Tobit was burying the dead, but Yahushua was bringing the dead to life, man. So that's that dichotomy right there, man. But notice how they said, listen, you should fear the king. They're gonna be put you to death. The same thing the Pharisees said to Yahushua, and that's how the Pharisees really wasn't. That's why that John 11 they had a really they was in cahoots with the Romans and things that Esau during that time, in the Romans, and that's how they wasn't of the Most High Yahushua. They wasn't godly at all, man. Because no, they wasn't even. Because don't get it twisted, Yahushua in the other places of the word does say, listen, how to be how to operate and how to be compliant to the other nations or people that are in authority. But when it comes to word, they it's listen, no, because then Paul say, listen, unless it goes against the Most High Yahushua, listen, no, you abide by the rules, but if it goes against it, no. So we seen that with the Maccabees and all throughout the word. So that's neither here nor there. But let's just grab this chapter 2, Tobit 2 and verse. Let's start down to verse 10, because this is where Tobit goes blind right here, man. And I just want to get how Yahushua went blind too. Tobit chapter 2 and verse 10. Because this is all dealing with the testimony. It's all dealing with the Most High Yahushua. It says, And I knew not that there were sparrows on the wall. My eyes were being opened. The sparrows muted, warm dung into my eyes, and the whiteness came in my eyes. And they went to physicians, but they helped me not. And moreover, Eric I'm sorry how to say his name. Achacarias did not nourish me until I went to Elamias. So yeah, let's read this Tobit 2 and verse 10 again. It says, And I knew not that they were sparrows on the wall, and my eyes were being opened. And okay, so this how Tobit got blind. Wow, it's crazy. And the sparrows were birds, and the sparrows muted warm dung into my eyes. So like that's crazy because that happens even nowadays. Well, not people going blind. I never heard people going blind from it, but like when pigeons or something like that, bird poop falls on people, it's really can be really bad. I never heard of it about going to people's eyes, but that's neither here nor there. But warm dung came into our eyes, and the whiteness came in my eyes, and I went into the physicians, but they helped me not. And moreover, they Archias did not nourish me until I went to Elamiah. So yeah, so see this is where Tobit gets blind. So let's see where your house shot get blind. But notice how it says, listen, there's nobody that could help him, man. Because let's go to Luke real quick. Luke 22:64. This is when your house child got blind. Like Luke chapter 22 and verse 64. And they blindfolded him, and they struck him on the face and asked him, prophesy, who is it that smote thee? So yeah. So let's go to and him not receiving help during his blindness. Let's go to Matthew chapter 27 real quick. It says Matthew chapter 27 real quick. It says Matthew chapter 27 verse 46. This is how he wasn't helped during how Yahushua wasn't helped during his blindness. Now after eventually Tobit gets healed in his even as he got older, his faith increased in the Most High Yahushua and the Lord. But let's just see here how what you call him. How that happened to Yahushua while he was blind and how he was couldn't get help. Matthew chapter 27 verse 46. And in the ninth hour Yahushua cried, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? So yeah, see, man, yeah, man. So this is what it is, man. So that's all, and it's crazy too. Is like because let's get to Genesis chapter 49 real quick because we're gonna. I think we talked about this as well, but let's go to Tobit chapter 1 real quick. Let's go to Tobit 1 because Tobit was kind of a prophecy of Genesis 49. It was kind of a fulfillment a little bit because kind of words that will come out of that, and to a degree. But let's grab Tobit real quick, man. Tobit 1. See what this is the book of the book of the words of Tobit, the son of Tobiel, the son of Ananiel, the son of Aduel, the son of Gabriel, and the son of Asiel of the tribe of Naphtali. So let's go to Genesis chapter 49 verse 21, because Genesis 49 verse 21. It says, and Genesis chapter 49 verse 21. It says, and Naphtali is a hind let loose. He give a goodly word. So see, that goes into that John 8 and 32 again, man. Give it is to be letting loose. What? How are we going to be loose? What? For loose from sin and death? That's why in Proverbs it says, be it as what you call them, a deer that goes free. I'm forgetting where it's at, but pretty much how are we going to be loose, man, from the gospel, man, knowing the truth, then truth shall set you free, man. So that's just what it is, man. So it's all your house shots all over this, man. And this all ties in together, man. Like the brother Akawar said, and brother Semi firstborn Akawar, brother Elijah, brother Kwame Call, brother Shalimah, other brothers, man. You gotta look at this in the most on your house shots perspective, man. So. Yeah, man, because it's the gospel testimonies for the faith increase of people in faith, man. So, yeah, man. So it is what it is. Because the house shall say, "What my words are spirit, man." That's what John 6:63, man. So, hopefully it's edifying, man. So yeah, man. In season, out season, man. Always gotta be ready. Not only just because the Proverbs says righteous say answer, but just life in general, man. Even seriously, man. This is how we live, man. Honestly, man. Even I'm talking about myself, man. How you live, seriously, man. Because because the more brothers say, man. Because when people encounter us, man, encounter you, man, they should really think about the Most High house. I was okay, wow, man. It's something about this person, man. I'm like, wow, man. I could just tell. Okay, I could just tell for some reason you're a godly person. They might even think you're a Christian, which technically we are. Nothing wrong being Christian. That's all it means being the follow Christ. But I'm saying the modern day Christianity, they might think that, or they just might affiliate you with the Most High Yahushua, might affiliate you just being godly, man. So that's just what it is. And one, just to please the Father, the Most High Yahushua, man. At the end of the day, because literally, actually, no, that actually goes into something I'm going to talk about too, man. No, I was going to talk about something else, but Since somebody mentioned that earlier, oh my jaw just hurt, but I might talk about that, Lord willing. But we might talk about that, Lord willing. So yeah, man. Hopefully this is edifying. So peace.